All right, welcome back. One-and-Done-athon, starting the late night stuff. We got Dead Rising, time skip any percent. I played Dead Rising, and I know there's a lot of waiting around, so I'm really glad that this mod just cuts all of that out. Deebz, you can go ahead and show us how it's done.
All right. Well, hello. Name's Deebz. I want to start I want to start by saying like why I chose this game, because it's One-and-Done-athon, which means I'm gonna get banned on this show after. The reason why I chose this game is mostly just because I started with Dead Rising 2 off the record, which is like the alternate universe of Dead Rising 2. And I also played Dead Rising like 1 when I was younger, like a lot. And I really enjoyed the second game, but it felt like there was some things about it that I didn't really like the story and stuff like that. So I felt like this game would just be it's just better overall to me, at least. Like for the story, for the gameplay, it's just better overall. So like I want to say this is pretty much my favorite game, which is why I decided to show it. But yeah, like Amir said earlier, this is time skip, so that means every time that the game gives you for side quests is going to be skipped. If we weren't using the time skip mod, it would roughly take like 6 hours, but since we're using time skip mod, it roughly takes like 30 minutes. But yeah, just start right away. The time will start when I leave that cutscene right here. But yeah, the game pretty much just starts as Frank West, which is like he's like a journalist that works for himself, and pretty much he just goes into Willamette because of like some rumors he heard. There's like riots or something like that, but we all know that like this game is a zombie sandbox, so it's not riots, it's just zombies. And yeah, he's getting there with a helicopter, and pretty much he just goes into the city here and realizes at the beginning that like there's something big happening. So we could just, like he said, we can just kind of watch this. I personally really like this game. It's just like I said earlier, it's just everything's so good about it. Even the graphics might seem like a bit scuffed at times, but the game was remastered and it's just way better now. But yeah, you also get like a really long helicopter like cutscene where you can kind of play. But we're not gonna play that obviously because speedrunning. Yeah, this is just kind of the intro. The game will start. Yeah, once I'm gonna get on the roof. I'm gonna meet like the villain. You'll get to see him for like barely a second or two. He's called Khalito. He's gonna be on the roof. We just meet him there, and we're gonna meet like multiple times throughout the run.
Looks like taking the helicopter was the way to go.
But yeah.
I bet they got all the roads blocked off by now.
Also, his goal wasn't really to like his goal was just to get in, get out, but you won't see it because it's like in a later cutscene that we're gonna skip. He gets attacked by the army, and because of that he has to jump onto the roof of the mall, and this is where we're gonna start. So once I skip this, the time will start. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, this is Khalito, like I said. I believe we're gonna meet him like 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, where it's just gonna be like 3 boss fights. Also, I'm just gonna be jumping all the way here. Jumping is actually way faster than walking, and it's also it might seem like I'm jumping by just spamming A, but like there's a particular like way to jump. It's like every time you land you gotta jump, and it makes it like so much faster. But yeah, also here we're just entering the entrance plaza, and we kind of just realize that there's like a bunch of, you won't see it, but behind me there's like the entrance to the mall, and there's like a bunch of zombies, and which is why they're like all kind of like a bit scared. But once I get into this cutscene trigger here, I forgot what his name is, or what her name is, but the lady, also we get to learn who the professor is. He doesn't matter in the story, but like he doesn't really do anything. He's pretty much the scientist that made the zombie happen, pretty much. But yeah, after this cutscene, we're gonna, well, there's just gonna be like a bunch of zombies, and the reason is this game is kind of goofy. This is probably the most goofiest place though. The lady I was talking about actually opens the door just to save her dog. I mean, you know, dogs are important. It's just she killed multiple people because of that. But yeah, Era wanted the shotgun especially. Also, this was really good. Throughout this game, there's gonna be like a whole bunch of RNG. Most of the RNG is because of zombies, like the placements, and that was really good since I, you know, got to grab the shotgun without like getting grabbed multiple times. Yeah, that's probably the place where, you know, like all good speed runs, they all reset early. That's probably where it resets the most. Just because, like, if you get grabbed twice, I hope we don't get to see it, but if you get grabbed twice in a row, the second grab is gonna take like roughly 10 seconds. It's a really, really long grab. But yeah. Here we're just kind of adding for the first boss fight, which is, you guessed it, Carlito. He's pretty much like, there's 3 boss fights with Carlito, and there's like some other boss fights, but you know, Carlito is like pretty much the main villain. He's I can take the time to explain who he is specifically, but we should learn it throughout the run anyways. Well, not really, because we don't watch the cutscenes, but he's a scientist as well that was working for the professor, and he got kind of like scammed a little bit, and like he's like kind of the one with another person that we didn't get to see, but we saw her in a cutscene earlier. It's Isabella. It's her sister, or it's his sister, and both of them were working for the professor that we saw earlier. So they were like all scientists, and they made the zombies by accident. They were actually trying to like make the food grow bigger or something like that. But yeah, didn't really work, did it? All right. Also, this is pretty much a Tony Hawk simulator as well. Just like any good Dead Rising games, like the first one and the second one, or Off the Record, which is like the alternate universe, like I said earlier. There's just a bunch of skating. We're gonna use the car at some points, but most of it is just, we use skateboards. Oh yeah. Also, skateboards are like really fragile, like really, really fragile. If I was to hit like 3 zombies, the skateboard would just break, which is why I'm grabbing this book right here. We're also gonna grab another one later. It makes the skateboard last 3 times as long per book. So that means we're gonna get 27 durability by the end of it. Yeah. So, like I said, zombies are like the big RNG factor in this game. We pretty much just want to avoid all of them. If we crash into like a single one of them, it's bad. You don't want that. Which is why I'm gonna try to avoid them as much as I can. But you have like you do have like some room to, you know, work with. Yeah.
So actually, I have a question. How does the time skip mod work? So like, how does it just autoplay the event if you get near it? Does it just like skip the time to it?
Well, pretty much how the game works is like we didn't get to use it yet, but like if you were to like, let's say after the first case, which is like the first bit of mission, the game gives you like 2 hours, right? Mm-hmm. And like it gives you like roughly 2 hours to, you know, chill and like do other side missions. But that whole 2 hours is just gonna be skipped, and like there's just gonna be like multiple cutscenes playing at a time, or like multiple cutscenes playing in a row just because of that.
Okay, we'll have to talk.
Does that answer your question?
You know how to use that.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, you know, which end it skips it on. Like, is there a risk of like, if you take too long getting there, do you miss the event, or
Oh yeah.
does it just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
auto skip to you know, when you arrive there?
Okay, the character doesn't move. It's like you gotta get to a point for the time to skip, but like technically if you were pretty slow, you could miss it, but it's pretty hard to miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All
I'll
right.
give it a shot.
So this fight's pretty hard usually because you only have a handgun, and also handguns are like really bad in this game, but this is the reason why we grabbed the shotgun. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just way faster. It's also like the handgun gives you like 30 ammo, but if you were to like only use the pistol, it wouldn't even be enough to kill the Kalido. So you kind of have to just parkour to him, and it kind of takes forever. It's also really hard, like really easy to die there if you were to play casually. Yeah. Also, this is, I believe there's no bosses that we're only gonna use pistols or like shotguns and, well, use these for the bosses, which is why I grabbed the Uzi there. We're gonna use it for 2 bosses. The next one being, you guess it, Carlito. He's gonna be way harder for the next one though. He's like so much hard, like so hard that like, well, it's not really hard in itself. It's like mostly just RNG. It can be kind of impossible to kill depending on the strat we use, but for the fastest strat, which is the one I'm gonna be doing, you can kill either. Also, here you're just supposed to like get in front of the gate and then like walk back multiple like areas, but instead I'm just gonna use the bike. This was found like, I believe like months ago, but there's just multiple things that adds up. Like I can kind of get off the bike while in midair, and that was found like, I believe not even a month ago. But yeah, I'm gonna just pretty much jump with the bike, and that's gonna make me able to like skip the few areas I have to like walk. So I can just kind of like, you'll see there's gonna be a gate and I can just jump over it pretty much. It's pretty hard to like explain how to do it. So, you know, if you were to like want to learn it, I suggest the guides. I didn't get it there, sadly. Also matters on FPS, so it might take a bit. It might take a bit. But you can kind of guess what I'm trying to do here. Well, that worked. So that's it. Otherwise, you have to go like all the way, and it kind of takes forever. Also, I am gonna switch back to 60 FPS. The reason why I play on variable is actually because for that skip, like I said, you need IFPS. By IFPS, I mean like 180 is pretty much what you need. You can make it work with less, but to make it consistent, it's 180. And the reason why I switched back is actually because the zombies are less aggressive with a low FPS, and they're also way less of them. Like, it's a big difference. And yeah, like we talked earlier, this is the first spot where we're actually gonna get the time skip mod. Here, you're supposed to get this cutscene, and then the game gives you like roughly 2 hours to just play and do side quests, but since we have the mod, it's just gonna give us like another cutscene right away. Because like after the 2 hours, the game tells you like, oh, can you come back to the safe room? And well, we're already there, so. Yeah?
Yeah, I'd imagine this mod is pretty not useful if you're trying to do like a casual playthrough, I'd assume.
Well,
like, is it designed specifically for speedrunners, I guess?
I guess so. I guess, except if you were to like maybe do challenge runs, but it had to be like, you know, fast challenge runs. But yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the tool is like really easy to install. It's just you know, just go on a website and install it, and it also comes with like multiple skips for multiple categories. So like if you were to do all bosses, you know, the time skip works differently, but it comes with like, it all comes in like one tool. All I have to do is pretty much just check mark to different things. So yeah. Also, we get introduced to bees. We won't really deal with them, sadly. It's mostly, it only matters in overtime, but pretty much the bees are like what controls a zombie pretty much, and they're like what's used to make well, we're gonna hear it later, but like in the overtime, well, we won't hear about it because, you know, we won't do overtime, but bees are what's used to make like kind of a vaccine for like an anti-zombie or whatever. So yeah, this is the RNG part I was talking about. Carlito can sometimes be really far away, and he seems like he kind of is. So that means like if he shoots me like early, like now, that means like maybe won't be able to get him on my Uzi and shoot him in time. He's just gonna shoot me again, but we manage. That's good. This is pretty much the strat, but like I said, it's not hard. It's just has RNG. I believe this is another time skip part as well. I'm not sure. No, I don't think this is it. I'm not sure where the time skips exactly. So yeah, I don't think this was here. But also this game, you know, might as well keep talking about RNG because this is kind of what this game is. But I personally like it because, you know, it makes the game differently. It makes the game different every time you play it, right? Level ups don't give you, like, it won't give you the exact same perk every time. It's like the way it works is there are 4, like for the first 4 levels, it has chances of like giving you, let's say, like stock life and like different moves like zombie ride and jump kick. Well, it's gonna be different for every time you play pretty much. So what we want is stock. We didn't get it, which is fine. Yeah, the reason why we want stock is just because we can grab the book for the durability early. Also, this is probably the most iconic fight if you've ever played it. If you've ever played this game before. Also has a really good theme song. Sadly, we won't really get to hear that much. It's gonna hear like, well, and they're gonna be dead.
That's incredible that it's not the same thing every time. I thought it was.
Yeah, right. They fixed it. They fixed it for the later games, but you know, it's not really a fix. But
also, boy, they really didn't care about you walking up beside them and grabbing the gun out of the turret, huh?
Yep. Yep. It's also like probably the hardest fight in my opinion, at least. Like if you don't do this specific strat, also the corpse just changes into machine gun for some reason. Yeah, if you weren't to do this specific strat, you're just gonna be like chasing them around for a very long time. We got pretty much a worse RNG because we didn't get stuck again, but hey, this is fine. Also, I'm grabbing this key for like later on. This is gonna make us able to please, go. It's gonna make us able to like go into the tunnels faster instead of like, you know, having to go outside and go into the whole passage we did already. But yeah, this one is pretty optimized. So like every boss have like a specific way to do them. Most boss will take like roughly 5 seconds to do, which is kind of crazy. Like the one coming up. The reason why I had to kill the convicts, because they are side quests. They are side quest bosses. But the reason why I want to kill them is actually because I need this machine gun for the next boss. I don't really know how we would deal with them otherwise, but hey, we now have a heavy machine gun. So yeah, this is Steve. This is also where we encounter Isabella, which is the scientist I was talking about earlier. This is pretty much just a psychopath that wanna protect his supermarket or something. Doesn't like vandalism. We can just check the cutscene until we actually see him. But yeah, also the way this works as a speedrun, you can pretty much just watch all the cutscenes if you wanted. The time stops during the cutscene, which is really nice. But yeah, that's him. We're actually looking for medicine here. So was Isabella. She's looking for medicine because of Carlito, because like, you know, we shot multiple bullets of Uzi at him. So she's trying to like get medicine, and supermarkets are where we find medicine. But unfortunately, she got caught, and well, Steve caught her. Huh? And this is how we deal with the boss. This is probably the fastest one. Fastest boss. Really easy. Here we're just gonna go grab the medicine. We're also gonna use the key that we grabbed earlier. After we grab this medicine right here. In this exit right here, the door in front, you won't actually be able to interact with it if you didn't grab the key, so. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna try to like keep my board a little bit because I did hit multiple zombies, which is kind of scary, but we can always, you know, grab an extra skateboard later. Yeah. So I'm just gonna return to the safe room with the medicine to actually save Brad, which is the person that helped us. Well, he didn't really help us in this run, but he's supposed to help us kill Khalito, but he got shot. Actually gonna grab this car because it's just way faster. There's also the motorcycle, but yeah, the red car is definitely the one.
Yeah, you can get thrown off the motorcycle, right?
Sorry?
You can get thrown off the motorcycle, right? If you hit too many things? Or is that something else?
Maybe. I haven't really used it that much, so I'm not sure.
Trying to summon up all the memories of playing this, like, 5 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, 5 years ago. Oh. I would have expected you to play, like, 10 years ago, but...
Nah, I didn't have a PC back then.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so then here we grab the last book. Ideally, I would have grabbed it earlier, but hey, we still got it. All right. It's also like a really hard section, the warehouse. Like the inputs you have to press to actually turn properly are pretty hard. As well as this elevator can be a pain, but hey, that wasn't too bad. Okay. And also, we can get to wear a suit. That's pretty much the only time where we get to wear a suit. So it's either red or brown. So we're probably just gonna go for red because it's just a little bit more classy. Yeah, so here, well, we captured the professor. We didn't really capture him, but we saved him. And also time skips again. This is one of the other boss fights. This is probably the hardest boss fight. It has RNG because this game has RNG everywhere, but I personally really like that. But yeah, you'll see why. But this is also the hardest boss fight because we're gonna introduce the shotgun swapping, and shotgun swapping, well, it's not easy. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use the shotgun I have and swap quickly, like from another item to the shotgun, in order to like shoot without like waiting for the reload time. So it makes it like so much faster, right? I'm actually gonna go for a board refresher because this one's kind of breaking already. Also, we were talking about all bosses earlier. I am very sad that we don't get to fight the cult, but yeah, we just kind of go away with them. But in all bosses, you do fight them. So that was a sad bug, but hey.
Yeah, the cult was definitely one of my favorite, like, bosses.
Same. Oh yeah. There's just the cult and like themselves, they're just kind of wandering around. But like if you, there's also like the main boss, which I think his name is like Sean or something. Dean, I don't really know what his name is, but the boss fight is like really nice. Yeah, I do plan to run all bosses at one point. I personally don't. Multiple runners do, which is nice. There's also Psycho Skip that includes the boss of the cultists. Psycho Skip is a category where you don't kill the main bosses. The time skips for like every side bosses. So the only thing you do is kill side bosses pretty much, which is pretty nice. Also, we get to see the cultists again. Sadly, we don't deal with them. They can also capture you and bring you to their like basement or something, and you kind of like have to kill all of them to escape. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that was the worst. You gotta fight your way out.
Yeah, it's like they remove all weapons and you gotta kill like 20 of them or something. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Also, I'm just gonna try to concentrate a little bit for shotgun swapping. So that can happen. That can also happen. So if she goes everywhere, you can kind of like go on a plank for her to reposition. Also, I'm dead.
Dang.
Well, yeah, sometimes she just goes around and like goes around in circles. Yeah, I respawn pretty far, but hey. Yeah, sometimes she just goes around in circle and you can't really do anything about it except like go on the planks and hope that she replaces herself. But hey, that's okay. We'll get there fast enough. Fortunately, I made a save, so yeah, I'm gonna have to board refresh again. Shouldn't take that long though. We do get to see the cultists again, so that's that. Big rip, indeed. It happens. As I said, it's one of the hardest bosses, so it was pretty close as well. She was pretty much 1 HP there. It happens. I'm gonna just take the time to eat this time. I should probably have done that, but hey. There's some food along the way. It's just kind of out of the way, but I can just take the time to grab it here. Round 2, yep. We'll see how it goes this time. There's another boss that we're gonna use shotgun swapping for, but for this boss, it's just about like, you know, doing the shotgun swapping really fast, right? For the other boss, it's like mostly just a timing thing. If you were to go like really fast, most of the shotgun bullets won't actually do damage because this game has, it's more severe in the second game, but this game kind of has some like invulnerable frames pretty much. It's like the zombies or the bosses won't get damaged if you damage them like too quickly. Some Andy milk. Cool. Alright, now we have full HP, so we shouldn't die, right? Hopefully. Also, the RNG I was talking about here is, like I said, sometimes she'll just go everywhere. But sometimes also the zombies are gonna be like everywhere. So that means, like I'm not aiming with the shotgun. So like the shotgun kind of just decides where to shoot by himself. So if there are multiple zombies around, it will most of the time just focus the zombies instead of Isabella. But yeah, here is also the biggest problem with this run, I feel like. This level up is like really important, as well as the second one. You really want stock here, and it saves you like roughly 15 seconds for later on. The reason why you want stock is you're gonna be able to grab 2 skateboards instead of 1. And well, you kind of need 2 because there's gonna be like big crowd of zombies you have to go through in like really small corridors. But yeah. Also, I had to switch to shotgun before that cutscene because I can just spam X and just kill the the zombie instantly. All right, now we save her. We can bring her back to the safe room. This is pretty straightforward. Just walk all the way back. I wish we had like, you know, a strat for this. I'd be surprised that there was any. We could possibly, you know, grab the cars that we used before, but they're pretty far away, so might as well just walk, right? We're just gonna go to the safe room now. The only part that's not really straightforward is pretty much just the zombie placements. Sometimes the zombie will knock down Isabella. You just have to grab her. Yeah, grab her. I mean, it's really straightforward. Not much to say.
Yeah, I remember seeing
also
something.
get, like...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say, I remember seeing something a while ago that like you can't get grabbed while you're carrying her, right?
Yeah, you can get grabbed, but you know, like the zombies are still going at us. If they were to touch us, she would just, you know, drop down.
Yeah.
But yeah, you cannot get grabbed. I believe maybe if we were to make quick step as well, quick stepper, like this game has like a bunch of potions you can use, right? Well,
oh yeah, I'm very familiar with quick step.
Yeah, quick step is like, I feel like one of the most iconic take of Dead Rising, right? It's so useful. We sadly don't use it in this run because, you know, skateboards is way faster. But yeah, we could possibly use quick step, but like, you know, just making it, and it probably wouldn't be worth. Also, inventory management in this game is like really tight. So like we don't really have inventory for it anyways, right? For Dead Rising 2 though, we use like multiple times, which is pretty nice. There's also like a bunch of other potions you can use, like I think it's called Unstoppable, which makes it so you cannot get grabbed, which is a pretty handy one casually. It would be also a pretty handy one in a speedrun, but like I said, it takes a while to make, so. Oh, yeah. All right. So now, I will save Isabella. I think she told us that Carlito, well, it's gonna be another boss fight with Carlito. This time we don't kill him though. We just learned that he placed bombs in certain vans underground, so we're just gonna have to like remove them here. Yeah, the time skips multiple time here, which is why we get like multiple cutscenes in a row. If you were to play casually, you just get one, wait, just get one, wait. So yeah. All right, bomb collector. This is pretty straightforward as well, but it can kind of screw up because, you know, Carlito is just gonna throw us grenades, and yeah, he's mean. All right. So, pretty much what's just gonna happen is we're gonna go underground with. We can actually, you know, go underground by a precise door, which is right here. You know, we grabbed the key earlier, so we can actually open that one. Like, which is why we took like the whole. Like, we went out of our way just to grab the key, because like, you know, it saves us a bunch of time later on. All right. Yeah, this can go horribly wrong sometimes. Most of the time it will be fine. But what can happen is there's going to be a bunch of shopping carts, right? Shopping carts are your worst enemy. Zombies here doesn't really matter because, you know, like they're kind of paper. Like they don't really matter. Obviously, you know, if you were to like go into multiple crowd of zombies, you kind of want to avoid that because, you know, the cart can break. But the biggest problem is definitely shopping cart. Shopping cart can make the car literally go upside down. That happened to me like only twice in multiple hundreds of hours, but it will also damage your car if you just slightly touch them. So we just want to avoid them at all costs, pretty much. Yeah, like speed-wise, this is really straightforward, but just want to avoid shopping carts. Fortunately, though, the underground area usually has bombs just scattered around the corridors of the underground, but it's got removed for like, you know, bomb collector, which I'm glad developers did that. Yeah, there's 5 bombs, I believe. We grabbed 2 already. There's one bomb that's kind of hard to take because you gotta like, you know, do it kind of. It's kind of, you're kind of blind for it, just because you're going backwards, and also if you were to like do it a little bit slow, Khalid gonna throw bombs at you. That's not the one. That's the one coming up. Also, we're gonna get level 7 here in a bit. If we don't get stuck, well, you know, this is kind of bad, but hey, we'll manage. We just have to jump along the way instead of like, you know, skating into the crowd of zombies like I talked about earlier. Ideally, I want to stop behind this car right here. You can also get grabbed here, which is really bad. These, like I said, grenades. If you chose a grenade on your car, pretty much it's just done. Also, we got stuck, which is really lucky. It's pretty much 50% chance because, you know, 4 levels, well, you get stuck every 4 level, and we got it on the 2nd. Like, if you were to get it on the 3rd, it'd just be too late. You don't really have the time to grab another board. So, yeah. Was it Carlito on that truck? Yes, it was. This is Carlito. We don't kill him. We don't need to kill him. Brad is going to deal with that. Yeah, we actually managed to keep the car as well. So, there's actually a van that you can take if the car is about to break, but we managed, which is nice. So we're gonna grab this car again. And now we're just gonna return to the safe room. Also, I'm not sure why this happens, and I don't think we found out why, but you can probably hear the most iconic music again. I don't know if we'll get to see them, but the convicts are back. They respawn every 24 hours for some reason. I don't think this is because of the time skip mod as well. I'm pretty sure it is that way as well in the normal playthroughs.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why it happens. Maybe they just, you know, wanted to have something to do outside or like added the difficulty or something, because they're really, really annoying.
Yeah, I mean it's
Especially if you
yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's difficulty just because it's really easy to cross that big open space and like not get grabbed or not
Oh,
have
yeah.
any danger. So
Oh yeah. Also, if you're like bringing survivors back casually, yeah, convicts can be a pain.
yes, oh that's the worst.
Yeah, really is. All right. Cool. Yeah, the song is pretty good. I really, really like the song. Just the group overall is really good as well. They're also the one that made the credits song of the Resident 2 of the record. It's like a song about Frank Wesh. I really, really like it. All right. Now we're pretty much on the end. What we're gonna do here is escort Isabella because she needs to. Yeah, there's like a jammer device because like Carlito broke the transmission of radios to the outside world, and Isabella can fix it, but for her to fix it, she has to like go in a particular spot, which is on the other side of the mall. So we gotta get her there. So we're just gonna try to clear zombies in a way to make it a little bit faster. There's also so we're gonna clear zombies here, but the other parts we're not gonna do that. Instead of that, we're just gonna go on the other side of like the area, and that will make it so all zombies will disappear. Like they'll stop getting, you know, like generated or whatever. Yeah. All right. So she's not like running and shooting, but if we go in the stairs right here, you'll see she just keeps running. So that means all the zombies are gone pretty much. So there's like a particular setup. Once she goes down to the left of my leg or left of my right leg, that means I can go. Well, roughly. It's not perfect because, you know, she'll stop and sometimes she runs faster, but hey. So good. Now she should be in front of the door to the outside area or close to it. Yeah. There. Cool. So we're just gonna do the exact same thing here as well. Gonna go all the way back. Here she wants to go to North Plaza, which is on the right. It is also where we killed her. Or I mean, we fought her because you know she's not dead. We fought her with a motorcycle. You could just go there like right away, but like there's multiple zombies in her path. So now you can see she stopped shooting. So that means no zombies are there. We really have to go all the way because she has like a whole. Like the outside area is pretty big, so yeah, we're gonna do that once more after that. There's been a new strat that was found for more zombies to be the spawn, but it doesn't really save you time. It just kind of makes it more consistent. I won't go for it because I didn't practice it very much. I'm really used to like I'm gonna say old strat, but like a lot of runners still use it because you know it just makes it a little bit more consistent. All right. So I'm gonna go for the exact same spot where we fought Isabella for the first time. This is gonna be done in order to It's gonna be done in order to grab the motorcycle, as well as despawning the zombies. And once I grab the motorcycle, well, I'm gonna wait like roughly 2 seconds or something like that, and she'll be almost where she wanna be. Also, I broke my board, which is really bad, actually. Yeah. So I kind of have to jump all the way now. I'm gonna grab more boards later on. I should grab 2 boards, but we'll get some time to grab another one after that, so it's okay. Also, we have the motorcycle here, so. Yeah, now it won't wait because, you know, I broke the board, but hey. All right. So now all the zombies should be out of her path, and we're also gonna grab the 2 shotgun in the shotgun store right here. The reason why we want that is for the last spot. Like I said, we're gonna do some more shotgun swapping, but this time we need 2. So So I don't need this one anymore. Need this one and this one. I'm also gonna grab some food here. Sometimes there is food. There is food indeed. Cool. Sometimes there won't. Most of the time there will, so we're good. Classic grabs. All right. We can kind of just meet Isabella again. There we go. All right. Now we pretty much only have one path to go now. I mean, one mission to do, which is the last boss. He's called Larry. He's like a butcher that captured Carlito. Yeah, now she's like dealing with the jamming device because she's gonna fix it. But yeah, Carlito got kidnapped by Larry. So we'll try to save him because, you know, it's the brother of Isabella, I guess. So that's why we save him. Even though he tried to kill us 3 times, but hey. Also, this is where you would normally skate if you had stuck, but I sadly didn't. So kind of just have to jump all the way.
I think the story is also that, like, he knew something that would help stop the zombies. I think.
I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so though. I know this happens in the second game, which is
Maybe
I don't know if you played the second game. That might be why you're saying that.
Yeah, I've played both 1 and 2.
Okay.
Maybe I'm mixing
so yeah,
it up.
this happens in the second game. So maybe you're mixing it up, or maybe
Yeah.
I am, but I don't think so. I think like the only thing that helps against the zombies is pretty much just Isabella. She's gonna do, like she's gonna cure Frank for like, you know, she's gonna create Zombrex, which is sort of like a vaccine, but like it doesn't last very long. It's gonna be, well, she doesn't actually create Zombrex in itself, but she creates the same thing as Zombrex. It's just the Zombrex is the brand that the big pharma corpo named it as in the second game. But she's also gonna make something that like removes. How should I say that? It's like for the overtime, you have to go like in a big tunnels like full of zombies, and like she's gonna create something that makes the zombie go away, or like zombie not detect you or something. Other than that, I don't think Carlito finds anything. He's the one that created it though.
Yeah.
All right, now we return to the safe room for. Oh, it's not the last time because after Larry, we pretty much just have to go back and then the run's gonna be over. But yeah. Oh,
Nope.
like I said, this part is kind of tedious.
Yeah, I'm amazed you can get through that on a skateboard.
Oh yeah.
Because I know I used to try that and you just slam into the wall and fall over. Like it's way harder than you're making it seem.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Took me like a bunch of hours of practice, and I still bung. Okay. All right. So this is Larry. Jesse found him in the cameras.
The guy being dragged.
Like you've seen, Carlito got caught. We're actually gonna try to save him here. I'm actually gonna stop for food as well here, because you know Larry can be hard. Sometimes he just kind of charge you, and he does a lot of damage. All right. But yeah, this can also be done on keyboard and mouse. The warehouse movement like with the skateboard. Some people say it's easier with keyboard. I personally don't think so. But I think it's mostly just because I get used to it, right? But yeah, I've been told keyboard is like way easier. But you know, there are some spots I didn't mention it. There are some spots where I switch to keyboard just when I need to aim, pretty much. I don't really like to, you know, switch between every single area every time, but just from time to time it's fair. Also, I died again because of that zombie.
I was gonna say I was real confident doing that drop.
Yeah. There's usually not that many zombies there, but also I didn't save. Oh. Yo, okay. I am quite behind now. I have to do the whole escort again.
That's all right.
That's all right. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Are you sure it's fine?
Yeah, I mean, just, make sure to save.
Yeah, sure. Well, I thought I did, but hey, my bad. Try to make this fast. Because I'm gonna have a board this time, so it should be faster. Coming is cool. All right, let's try this again. Well, that happens.
That's all right. It's showcasing what can go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is also a part where I, like, often die as well. But hey, I really thought I'd be fine here. So, let's wait here again. Just showcasing. The left leg should be fine. I do have the boards, so, I won't have to jump all my way back this time, which is nice. All right.
So I guess one thing you could ask while we're going through this is, like, how difficult of a category is this to learn? Like, if you've played the original, if you played Dead Rising, you know generally what you're doing.
I would say easy to get into, but hard to, like, get on the top of the leaderboards, I guess. Like, just to get into it, it's like most of the strats are like, first you can save, like I didn't do, but most of the strats are like, they might kill you, but like not really, and it's like the saves are pretty close, so like I feel like just learning it for the first time or whatever, I feel like it's pretty easy. It's just about, like, making the fight last not that long. Like, shotgun swapping can be quite a pain to do as well. But if you were to just not do the shotgun swapping at all and just do the shotgun normally, it would also, it wouldn't be that fast, or it wouldn't be that slower. It would just be like slightly slower, right? There's also bike zip, which is probably the main thing that you would need to learn, because it saves like a bunch of time, right? Probably more than a minute, maybe 2 minutes or something like that. Bike zip is really hard to learn. It took me roughly 2 hours to actually, do it. I want to say maybe 50% of the time, pretty much. And, it's consistent, but like, it's so hard that it's not really consistent,
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest deal of bike zip is, but then again, you don't have to do it, right? But it's also a pretty good trick, so I would practice it. But like, if you fail it, it's all right. Like, if you fail it, you can just try it again as well. But something can happen. I had to save for that as well. For the bike zip, I didn't mention it because it didn't happen, right? But you can actually fall in the void. That makes it so, like, you kind of have to restart over again. Didn't happen, so we're good. So we didn't get food here. We can get more food later on, which is fine though. All right. We're pretty much getting to the point where I didn't save earlier, or where I died actually. All right.
Yeah, just make sure to make a save this time. We're good.
Yeah, I will. I will. Yeah, autosave was one of the greatest thing, that's for sure. Also, it's the case in the Dead Rising 2, but there's at least multiple places where you can actually save here. But then again, it's like you gotta go either to toilets or like safe rooms, so yeah. Autosave is definitely better.
I just like that he lays down with the skateboard. Just take a little nap.
Yeah, why not? Like I said, it's Tony Hawk Simulator, so he never gets off the board.
True.
All right, now I gotta be a little bit careful with that board. I'm also gonna take a small turn just to grab some food here. Because, I am getting A lot of grabs here, sadly. So I'm just gonna grab some milk again. There we go. That should be good now. All right, now we can head back to safe from here. Cool. All right, and then we also have a board now, so we're good. All right, this is just gonna be the Larry fight and the safe room after that. Like I said, Larry fight is probably the second most hard. So Carlito is just mostly RNG. It's not really hard, right? Those ones are really hard. Isabella and Larry, just because of shotgun swapping. Yeah, this game pretty much just has two glitches, I believe. The shotgun swapping as well as the bike zip. But they are both glitches that are like kind of hard to do. Or like hard to do like in a, you know, good setting where you kind of just get them first try. All right. The reason why I need the board that much, and I would have preferably, you know, gotten another board, is actually because, well, we're gonna be using this board for like the rest of the run pretty much. And, you know, I already like jumped around instead of like, you know, using the board. It's okay. All right. We hopefully get a good elevator. Well, sort of. You can actually get stuck there for like a really long time, so that wasn't too bad. All right. I just realized as well, where I died earlier, I could have went into the elevator instead, but I didn't do that. I should have. I'll just do that this time if I don't get some food in the box outside on the roof right here. The box, well, we did get some food, so that's that. Yeah, the box will sometimes include food, sometimes it won't. You know, ideally you don't grab the food anyway, so like, yeah, also boards can have skateboards in them, depending on which box. It's a bit weird. Like all the boxes have like different loot tables. All right. Now I just won't jump off the stairs. I'm just gonna go in the elevator. You know. I should have just done that the first time, but also we're gonna get to eat more food just to make sure. Yeah, there's actually just an elevator right here. I should probably have grabbed that earlier, but hey, it's fine. So, this box always has steak though, so, or round meat. I'm not sure if that's steak. It does look like it, so. All right. So here we have the cart again. There's the shopping carts and there's also bombs, but we don't need the car for that long, so we can change those. Ram into everything. There's small odds where you bunk into a shopping cart and it actually flips upside down. Happened to me once, and you know, this is like the end of the run, so kind of bad. It was also on a PV pace, and you know, the car just went upside down. I was kind of sad. But hey.
Yeah, I love the physics in this game when they decide to act up. It's so funny.
Yeah, right? All right. Cool. So here it's like just a precise, like it's just like, you know, making music or something. It's like I just have to do this in a particular rhythm. And also this game has like you won't attack me until I attack him. And there's also a time limit for this. Carlito might get into a grinder if I wait for too long. But you know, we're using shotgun swapping, so we're just gonna avoid that. That was a good fight. There we go.
Nice.
Yep. So if I was to just spam it too quickly, which I would like to do, it's just not gonna damage him. And you probably saw that I didn't have that much ammo in my shotgun. It's pretty tight, but it works. Okay, which is also why I needed stock. I want to avoid them zombies, and I could have, you know, skated through all of that if I had stock, but I don't. So Yeah, this is pretty much the last section, though. There's really just not much. It's just about us getting back to the safe room, and the time will stop once I enter the vent on the rooftop. All right, we can actually use the motorcycle for the end of this. Cool. All right, and also the board is flashing, but since we got to the motorcycle, we don't. Well, we do need the board again, but all the zombies are gonna disappear because this is kind of where overtime starts. Army is gonna come in and just, you know, kill all the zombies, and they're also gonna try to like wipe out everyone else. But this is for the overtime, and this is actually not part of that category because this game has multiple ending, and finishing overtime is like another ending. We're actually only doing ending A. Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to ask
Alright.
at the very beginning. What's the what ending are you doing?
Yeah. Ending A.
Frank,
I think like the overtime one is ending S, and there's also other endings where I believe there's an ending if you get captured by the military. There's like a cutscene for that, and you get an ending there if you die. Overtime is like another category in itself, though. Not really any people run overtime as well as this category, as well as like, you know, the main. Not many people run the main game and the overtime. They just kind of run it separately. There's also like a bunch of new strats that I've been found for overtime lately. There used to be a strat where, well, there used to be a part where you have to gather a lot of bees, right? And all the bees were RNG because like you gather bees by searching for zombies that have bees on them, right? And that's like RNG, right? And it can literally take like 5 minutes, or it can literally take like 1 minute. But there's actually been a way that was found out, I believe like 1 month ago, where we can actually do the bees. So a lot of people came back for overtime because of that. Yeah, overtime is like 10 minutes category pretty much. I personally don't do it, but I think it's a pretty good category as well.
And that's just for like post ending the game to getting the true ending, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the overtime category goes like you gather some supplies for, because at the end of, well, for ending A, it finishes where Frank gets bit, and well, they kind of like, you'll see. I mean, we don't really get to see it because, you know, we're not watching cutscenes, but he gets bit because like the helicopter collapses or something, and he kind of gets like a lot of despair and just gives up and gets bit. Isabella saves him. Isabella then makes some medicine for him. Also, yeah, the time will stop when I get into the vent. And time. Yeah, I was saying that Isabella is gonna make the medicine. Where Frank is gonna gather like a lot of supplies, including bees, and then Brock, I believe is his name, is gonna like, well, you're gonna try to leave the mall, but by leaving the mall, Brock is gonna wait for you. You're gonna kill Brock, which is like the main guy of the army, and the game finishes there pretty much. But yeah, this is it.
Nice. All right.
Thanks
well,
for having me.
Yeah, of course. So, what would you recommend if people are trying to get into this game? Where would you say they should go?
There's also the Dead Rising Discord where a lot of people answer your questions. There's a bunch of guys on, speedrun.com. You can also ask me personally. I would really like to help you run this game. Yeah, if you're also interested, Dead Rising 2 of the record, Dead Rising 1. People run also Dead Rising 3 or Dead Rising 4. I personally don't. I don't really enjoy them games so much. But yeah, if you are into Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2 of the record, or like any zombie horror speedruns, I also do them. Yeah.
Fair.
I also wanna say that Pokesol is one of the main guy of this game. He found out so much things. The bike zip was found mostly just by him. It changed it, like I said, a lot throughout the year, and he's pretty much like the only one that found things about it. So yeah, thanks for that.
Excellent. Well, yeah, thank you for doing the run. And
Thanks you.
yeah, and as is tradition, we'll say goodbye forever, Deebz. Thank you for doing the run for One-and-Done-athon. You're one shot, one run, and go ahead and just wipe that clean. So we've got one more run left for today. We've got Hollow Knight, and I need to look up this category again because it is a long one. Hollow Knight, all charm notches, no major glitches, current patch. So I hope y'all are ready for that. I'm really excited to see what that is. I've seen Hollow Knight any percent runs and never actually played the game myself. So I'm looking forward to, seeing more, and because I like seeing different things about every game. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back for the final run of today.